Hola amigos, I'm Alejandro, de KeySpanish, and I want to share with you a live lesson I just had with the Qroo Crew, which is a community from Qroo Paul, Spanish teacher here on YouTube. He has a fantastic community there, and I'm hosting some live lessons that we recorded and I want to share with you. This is part of my Spanish Accelerator course. This is the lesson 0. It's a course for beginners, and we are covering in this very first lesson most basics, like how to introduce yourself, the alphabet, and how to ask certain questions like what does this mean, or how do you say this. And we have very nice people there interacting with me that are learners, probably like you. So yeah, watch it, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you want to learn more about this course or the Qroo Crew community, I will leave the links in the description. Enjoy. Let's get started. We're going to learn in this very first lesson of the course for beginners some greetings and how to introduce yourself. So who can tell me how to say greetings in Spanish? ¿Cómo se dice greetings en español?
Hola.
Hola.
Hola, hola will be hi, will be a greeting, but I'm asking for the word greetings. So saludos will be greetings, okay? And introducing yourself. You know how to say to introduce oneself. What is this in Spanish?
Me llamo Stu.
Okay, me llamo Stu will be a way of introducing yourself, but what's the word for introducing yourself? So introduce oneself in Spanish, the verb, what is it?
Introducción.
That's a false trend. That's a tricky one, right? Introducirse will not be correct. Will be presentarse. Okay? So presentarse is to introduce oneself. Okay? To introduce oneself will be presentarse. So in today's lesson, we are going to learn how to greet each other and how to introduce ourselves. We're going to work a bit on the alphabet and the spelling, and learn some questions for the class, important questions to ask, like, how do you say this? What does this mean? Etc. And if we have time, cognates, we're going to learn some of the cognates. If you know what these are, perfect. If not, I will let you know. But today's lesson is supposed to be an hour, but I can tell you in advance, I'm not very good at keeping lessons short. I have a tendency to extend myself quite a bit. If you need to leave, that's okay. Feel free to leave at any time. The idea is it's an hour, probably will be more if there is anyone left, of course. So I'm going to get started and I'm going to introduce myself. Voy a presentar, okay? Me llamo Alejandro y soy español. ¿Okay? Me llamo Alejandro y soy español. Bernard, ¿qué significa esto? What does this mean, Bernard? Me llamo Alejandro y soy español.
My name is Alejandro and I am Spanish.
That's perfect, right? Vivo en Cáceres y soy profesor. ¿Vale? Vivo en Cáceres y soy profesor. ¿Vale? So, Andy Hammond?
Yeah,
Right?
I live in Cáceres and I'm a professor.
Right, exactly. I told you I'm from Palma de Mallorca. So I'm from Palma de Mallorca, but I don't live in Palma de Mallorca. I live in Cáceres, according to this slide, which is a bit old. I'm not living in Cáceres anymore. But Cáceres, I'm pretty sure none of you know where it is. It's in the west of Spain, near Portugal. It's not a very touristic city. So, as you very well said, Andy, is vivo en Cáceres, I live y soy profesor. Now, what does professor mean exactly? We need to be careful because in English, professor will be a university professor, right? Is different from a teacher. Not in Spanish. Okay? In Spanish, we would say professor, it could be also a teacher, not necessarily a university professor. Okay, so that's an important distinction. Right? So, Stu, help me out here. You are going to do the same. You are going to introduce. Oh, where is Stu? He left.
For me? Okay. So,
okay, I see you now. Okay. So,
me llamo Kurt. Y soy Unidas Estudios or United States. Vivo en Cambria, California. Y soy profesor y universidad.
Muy bien, okay, muy bien. So, ¿quién sabe cómo decir I'm from the US or I'm American? Extra points from I'm American because that's tricky. That's a tricky one.
Soy americana.
Soy americana. Okay, who said that?
Lazy.
Lazy. Okay, that's good, but we need to be careful with this one. Who can tell me why we need to be careful with this one?
Because it's all Americas.
Right, exactly. So for
North and South.
right, for Mexico, it's also North America, right? So people in Spanish-speaking countries might be not offended, but some people might not like that you refer yourself as American, right? Because they also are American. So it's better to say another thing. Who knows how to say I'm American in a different way?
Estadounidense.
Okay, that's a good one. Right? Soy estadounidense. That's a tricky word, a bit difficult to pronounce, but that would be the best choice. Instead of americana, to be estadounidense. Soy estadounidense. ¿Vale? Okay, muy bien. Now, another person, let's see, Erin. I'm assuming if you are with the camera on, I'm going to call you to participate. I'm assuming that's okay. Okay, if you don't want to, please tell me. Okay. So, Erin, ¿me puedes decir un poco sobre ti? ¿Puedes presentarte al grupo?
Me llamo Erin y soy noruega.
Noruega.
Noruega. Wow.
Trabajo en una oficina.
Vale, muy bien. ¿Y dónde vives?
Vivo en Bergen, en la costa de oeste.
Ok, en la costa oeste.
Oeste.
La costa oeste. ¿Vale? Muy bien. Perfecto. En la costa oeste de Noruega. Muy bien.
West.
Oeste, right? So, sorry, no costa.
Costa.
Costa oeste. ¿Vale? Oeste en east sería este. Oeste, este. Okay? Now, we have anyone else that is not from the US here? I think most of you are from the US. Anyone that's not from the US?
No, not from the US.
Okay. Who said that?
Bernard.
Bernard, okay. Cuéntame, háblame sobre ti. Preséntate, Bernard.
Hola, me llamo Bernard. Vivo en Fribourg y soy de Suiza.
Ah, muy bien.
Y soy de Suiza, sí.
Estoy
jubilado.
Muy bien, jubilado.
Desde hace 2 años.
Muy bien, desde hace 2 años. ¿Y en el pasado cuál era tu profesión?
Antes de ser jubilado, era científico investigador.
Wow, ok, muy bien, muy impresionante que puedas decir eso en español. ¿Sí? Muy bien, era científico. ¿Vale? Tenemos ya varias profesiones. Hemos hablado del profesor, ¿sí? O la profesora, el profesor, como yo, también Stu, y tenemos el científico o el investigador. Investigador sería researcher. ¿Sí? Científico, research. Muy bien. Bernard, ¿cómo sería una mujer que es de la misma profesión? Tenemos el científico y...
¿Perdón?
¿Cuál es la mujer que es científico y the other? The female
Científico, científico investigador en la química.
Right. But what's the female of científico? Tenemos el profesor, la profesora.
Sí.
La científica.
Muy bien, la científica. ¿Sí?
La científica.
La científica.
Científica.
Perfecto. Okay. Anyone else that's not from the US? No.
Sí.
¿Quién?
Me llamo David.
David, muy bien.
Soy galés.
Ajá.
Vivo en Reino Unido, en Londres.
Muy bien.
Y soy estudiante de español.
Muy bien.
Muchos los días. Y soy médico el otro tiempo.
Vale, ok. Cuando dices muchos los días, David, ¿quieres decir many days o most days?
Most.
Okay,
Sí,
most days. Who knows how to say most days? That's tricky. It's a common confusion to say muchos. Well, muchos is a lot of days. But to say most days, Who knows how to say?
Muchos días. Muchos días.
Muchos días would be a lot of days. Muchos días, a lot of days. But most days.
La mayoría.
Okay, muy bien, muy bien. La mayoría. La mayoría de los días. ¿No? Entonces, la mayoría de los días, David, eres estudiante de español.
Sí.
Y en la otra parte, tu trabajo a tiempo parcial, your part-time job, is to be a doctor, ¿no? Es ser el médico. ¿Sí?
Vale.
El médico. Muy bien, perfecto, perfecto. Okay, fantastic. So we have here 3 important verbs. Me llamo, vivo, soy. Okay, to introduce ourselves, para presentarnos. Now, who can translate literally me llamo for me, or a good translation of me llamo? Because this my name is will be not a literal translation, right?
I am called.
I am called.
Right,
I'm called.
I'm called, right? Or more literally, even would be I call myself, right?
Yeah.
Me llamo, me llamo. Who knows how to say that in the third person? For example, tell me, Fred, how is your best friend called?
¿Cómo se llama?
Se llama.
Okay, good. Se llama, okay.
Yo, Fred.
Sí, sí, no,
Yo
no.
soy
Fred. Hey, ¿cómo se llama tu mejor amigo?
¿Cómo se llama mi amigo?
Tu mejor amigo. Tu mejor
¿Cómo
amigo.
es? No,
¿Quién es tu mejor amigo? What's tu mejor amigo, Fred?
my best friend.
Right. So, ¿cómo se llama tu mejor amigo?
Whoa.
You lost me there.
Okay. Who can help Fred? ¿Cómo se llama?
Mi mejor amigo se llama.
Okay, good. Mi mejor amigo se llama.
Oliver.
Oh, I said at the beginning of the sentence.
Right. Okay. So that would mean, Fred, I'm asking what's your best friend's name. Okay. So we
I see.
practice how to say he is called in the third person. So it would be se llama, and your best friend might be
Se llama.
called whatever. See? Chris or Charles or what. Okay, good. So me llamo, I call myself, vivo en soy. So,
Alejandro.
yeah?
Alejandro. Mensch. Perdón. Hablo y recuerda alemán.
Ajá.
¿Entiendamos? Sí.
Sí, que tú hablas alemán.
I speak German.
Right.
And I'm trying not to think in German.
Okay. So German is your first language, your mother tongue?
Oh, English.
Okay. So it's strange that you think in German. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very helpful. If you spoke Italian or French, might be easier to bridge the gap. But yeah. But is there something you want to say about that, or just wanted to share that?
Forgot.
Okay.
Forgot.
If you remember, you let me know. So soy. What's the verb soy? Who knows what is this verb?
Ser.
I am.
Ser. Muy bien. I am.
Ser.
Sí, es el verbo ser. Okay, perfect. Sí. So soy would be a common verb to say our profession, where do we, or our profession or our nationality. So we're going to learn to introduce ourselves with 4 actions. The first one is saludar. Who knows what is saludar?
Salutations.
Salutation.
To
Okay,
greet.
but it's a verb to greet. Okay, very good. To greet. Yeah? So saludar. And then we have responder a un saludo. What is this?
To respond to a greeting.
Okay, listen, muy bien. To respond to a greeting. See? So responder would be to respond. Something funny if you hear a native Spanish speaker talking English is that they will probably use the verb respond in English more than reply, although reply is much more common, I think, in English. But they would say a lot respond because in Spanish responder is the way we would say. So responder is to reply. And then we have presentar a alguien, which is what?
To present somebody.
Okay, but to present is
Introduce
someone. Right?
Introduce someone. Yeah.
Introduce someone. Muy bien, right? And then we have responder a una presentación. which
To
is what?
respond to someone
Well, to-
presenting.
Right, exactly. So when someone is introduced to you, you respond. So we have these 4 actions we're going to practice now. How to greet people, saludar, how to reply when you are greeted, responder a un saludo, how to introduce someone, and how to respond when when someone is introducing themselves to you. Okay? So for these 4 actions, let me call someone that has not participated yet, James Fries. Maybe
Yes,
I
can you
see.
hear me?
Hola, James, hola.
Okay.
Te oigo. So, can you introduce yourself first? ¿Puedes presentarte primero?
Soy llamo Mike. Vivo in Mexico City, Dad, in Mexico. Y soy jubilation.
Okay, muy bien. Careful, you said in the beginning, soy, me llamo, right? But these are 2 verbs. You need to choose one of those. Okay.
Me llamo.
Right, me llamo. Just me llamo or just soy. ¿Vale?
Me llamo. Yeah.
Would be soy o estoy jubilado. Estoy jubilado.
Okay.
Okay. Estoy jubilado. So, James, you have here 4 actions. Muy bien. ¿Y tú qué tal? Un placer. Esta es Laura. Hola, ¿qué tal? 4 sentences.
Okay.
Now, tell me, muy bien, ¿y tú qué tal? What does this correspond to? What action is this? Is this saludar? Is this responder a un saludo?
Responder.
Responder. Muy
Responder.
bien. Muy bien. Esto es responder a un saludo. ¿Sí? And if I say un placer, Andy, un placer, what am I doing here?
I'm not familiar with that word.
Okay, maybe it's someone else. Let me call someone who has not participated yet. Give me a second. If you are muted, I'm not sure if it means that you don't want to participate. That's okay. Ron Zimmerman, I remember you from last lesson. If you want to participate, you can unmute yourself. No, that's okay. Okay.
I'm not familiar with un placer.
Okay.
I've heard is it similar to mucho gusto?
It is very similar to mucho gusto. That's very good. In fact, mucho gusto is one of the sentences we're going to see next.
Oh, right? a pleasure, Lacey says.
Okay, a pleasure. That's perfect, right? A pleasure, un placer. So what we are doing here, we are responder a una presentación. ¿Sí? Muy bien. Okay. So Jeff, there you are muted, but I see you. If you want to participate and talk a bit with me, you can unmute yourself. Jeff. Jeff, can you hear me or? Okay. No, this is wrong. Okay, so Erin, I'm going to speak with you. Esta es Laura. Hola, ¿qué tal? Tell me these 2. What do these correspond to?
One more time.
Esta es Laura. What am I doing here? Am I saludar, responder a un saludo, presentar a alguien, responder a una
You're presenting.
You are presenting, so you are introducing someone.
Introducing, right? Yeah, introducing.
Esta es Laura. And hola, ¿qué tal?
That would be a response.
That would be a response to a greeting or to a presentation? Or to
presentation.
Well, yeah, it could be both. Yeah, it could be both, really. I would say more greeting, right? But yeah, also a presentation, so introducing yourself, hola, ¿qué tal? That's okay. So, buenas noches, buenos días, este es Álvaro, bien, gracias, y tú. I'm going to go a bit more quickly with these ones. Fred, let's do this one together. Join the sentence with the intention, please, for me.
Intention.
So, with the action, with buenas noches, what are we doing? Or buenos días. Sorry?
Saludar.
Saludar. Yes.
Saludar. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches, buenos días. ¿Sí? Saludar.
Sí, saludar.
And with
Sí.
este es Álvaro.
Presentar a alguien.
Alguien. Muy bien. Presentar
alguien.
a alguien. Right? Now, who can tell me what is different about esta es Laura, este es Álvaro? In the sentence before, it's now transparent, but what is different between
masculino, femenino.
Okay, good. See? So if we're introducing a female, we would say esta es Laura. If we're introducing a male, este es Álvaro.
Este es.
¿Vale? Okay,
Sí.
so this is Laura, this is Álvaro. And lastly, bien, gracias. ¿Y tú, Fred, what is this?
Responder a una presentación.
Bueno, a un saludo mejor.
Un saludo.
¿Sí? It's a
Okay,
greeting,
saludo.
right? So, hey, bien, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? How are you? Well, and you? Okay. And the last ones, we're going to do them together. Bernard. So join the sentence with the intention, please, with the action.
So, well, hola es un saludar.
Un saludo.
Mucho gusto responder a una presentación.
Muy bien.
Y bien, gracias. Y tú responder a un saludo.
Muy bien, perfecto. ¿Y encantado? In the top,
encantado es mi mucho gusto.
Yeah, es lo mismo que mucho gusto. Okay. So we have the actions to greet each other and to introduce ourselves. So introduce someone, right? So we can say hi either with hola, buenos días, buenas noches, hola, ¿qué tal? Who can tell me what is missing between buenos días and buenas noches? What is in between? Who knows?
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes. Perfecto. Sí, buenos días, buenas tardes,
Okay.
buenas noches, right? Good morning, good evening. No, good afternoon, good evening. Yeah? And then to reply to being greeted, you can say, muy bien, ¿y tú qué tal? O bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? All right? And to introduce someone, esta es Laura, este es Álvaro. And to reply when you are introduced, encantado, mucho gusto, un placer, which is like different ways of saying nice to meet you. Right? So now we learn some ways to greet each other, to say what's our name, where do we live, what do we do, and then to introduce ourselves and reply. So let's do a bit of a role play between two people. Let's do Erin and Andy, for example. Can you introduce each other and greet each other and tell each other where you are from and what do you do? Andy and Erin, let's see how it goes. Yeah.
Sure.
Who takes the initiative?
Hola.
Hola. ¿Cómo está?
Muy bien, ¿cómo está? Muy bien.
Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Bien.
Muy bien. Un poco cansado.
Un poco cansado, okay. So, un poco cansado, to make sure everyone knows. ¿Sí? Estoy cansado. This is, I am tired. ¿Sí? Estoy cansado. ¿Sí? I am tired. Which is very funny. Many of my students confuse this with estoy casado. Which is a confusion that might not be random completely, right? Which is to be married. Yeah? So to be tired and to be married are very, very similar. Cansado y casado. They always tell me, estoy muy casado. No, estás cansado. Also, right?
Mucho gusto.
Okay. Mucho gusto, Erin. Okay. So a bit more. Tell each other about where do you live and what do you do?
Soy de Canadá, canadiense.
Canadiense, muy bien.
Vivo en un pequeño pueblo llamado Espanola.
Espanola.
Sí.
Wow.
Qué interesante.
Es 4 horas norte de Toronto.
Espanola is written. No, Española. Yep. Really Española. Oh, wow. Spanish. Awesome.
I've only met two or three Spanish speaking people here.
Well, there are 5,000 people in the
¿Por qué el nombre?
Sí, el nombre. Why? ¿Por qué el nombre? Good question. Why the name? Do we know? Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. Well, maybe for the next lesson, you can do some research and you tell me. Okay.
Yeah.
You can tell all of us. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, Erin. So we know a bit about Andy. Es canadiense. Also, canadiense and estadounidense. You can see they sound very similar. And also they have something in common regarding the rule. Because Andy is a man, but what if he was a female? How would you say the same thing about being Canadian? Because
that would be the same, wouldn't it?
That would be the same, exactly. Nationalities ending in E, like canadiense, estadounidense, are the same in both genders. Okay, this is an exception to the rule Normally you have o, a, or consonant a, not with ense. Okay, Erin, so reply to Ander, yes.
Sí, soy de Noruega. Vivo en una isla grande en la costa oeste.
Okay, well, remember the pronunciation, okay? Oeste, no oeste.
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 Yeah.
Okay, good, perfect. Okay, good. So we're going to get going because again, I'm going to have time for all of it. Just take too much. Regarding presentations and greetings, it's important also to know about nonverbal communication because in Spain and also I think in Latin America, it could be quite different, especially from Norway, right? And also from the US, I think. You have here 3 pictures, and to the right, you're going to see some descriptions, okay? So maybe David, the part-time doctor, you can help me here associate the actions with the pictures. So, número uno,
darse dos
besos.
Dar la mano.
Dar la mano o darse dos besos. You have to choose. You cannot tell me two. Okay, Kurt.
Dar la mano.
Okay.
Número uno es dar la mano.
Okay, Kurt, you agree?
For número uno or?
Sí, número uno. ¿Es dar la mano o darse dos besos?
I say dar la mano.
Dar la mano, okay.
Dar la mano.
That's correct. Sí, número uno es dar la mano.
Because the hand is the mano. Right?
Eso es, la mano es the hand. And dar is to give. I'm giving you my hand.
Dar.
Dar la mano. That is to give. Now, Ron, help us out here with Ron or your wife. I asked Ron because that's the name I see on Zoom, but you can also, your wife can participate too. So, dos y tres, what would be?
Dos es abrazarse.
Okay, muy bien.
Darse dos besos.
Sorry, darse dos besos would be tres. ¿Sí? So, darse dos besos is to give each other 2 kisses. Darse is this reflexive, reciprocal thing of to each other. And then abrazarse is also to hug each other. ¿Vale? Entonces, we have 3 ways of greeting in terms of body language. Not only we are going to use words. Dar la mano, dar dos besos, y abrazarse. Now, who can tell me here what is the, for example, Lacey, that you speak very well, you are quite advanced, so maybe you can answer this question better. So tell me a bit about the way of greeting in your culture. Where are you from first? You are from the US, I think. ¿Eres estadounidense?
Sí, soy de los Estados Unidos. Vivo en el estado de Texas.
Texas, muy bien.
Y aquí podemos dar la mano o depende de quién es, un abrazo.
Vale.
Sí, pero no besos.
Nunca, ¿no? Dos besos, nunca.
No, no besos.
No besos, vale. Tenemos a Bernard de Suiza. En Suiza, ¿cómo es esto? ¿Es diferente, Bernard, para saludarse?
Sí, en la parte francés de Suiza, darse 3 besos.
3 besos, ok.
3 besos.
En la parte de Francia.
Y en la parte alemán de Suiza, dar la mano.
Ok, vale. En la parte alemán. Sí, por supuesto.
Sí.
Dar la mano. Muy bien. Y tenemos una persona de Reino Unido, creo recordar, ¿no, David? O de Gales. ¿Sí? ¿Cómo es la cultura allí para saludarse?
Porque vivo en Londres, tenemos muchas gentes diferentes aquí. Y las 3 cosas son normales.
Ajá, vale, muy bien.
¿Sí?
Sí, muy bien, lo has dicho muy bien. Vale. Sí, muy bien, perfecto. En España es muy normal darse 2 besos entre un hombre y una mujer, ¿vale? Es muy común para saludarse, incluso son desconocidos. Even if people that don't know each other, to introduce themselves, a man and a woman will give each other 2 kisses. That's the normal way of greeting each other. And with friends, you always hug each other, abrazarse. Dar la mano is more formal, just for more business settings, okay? Or between males that meet for the first time. Okay? That would be what is more common in Spain. Darse dos besos, it is quite common. It's quite funny that I think in France they give 3 kisses, and in other countries I think they give it 1 kiss in a different part of the body or something like that. So it's yeah, quite interesting, right? Okay, so we know how to greet each other, and now we're going to get to know each other a bit more. I'm going to tell you about me. Una ciudad para mí especial es Palma de Mallorca, ¿vale? ¿Qué significa ciudad? Neil Garland. ¿Qué es una ciudad?
People in Austin, ciudad is city.
Sorry, no he entendido. ¿Vives en Sydney?
No, vivo in Austin, Texas.
Texas. Vale. La ciudad es... ¿Cuál es la ciudad?
Austin.
Vale, ok. Austin. Vale, he entendido. The city is... No, sorry. No he entendido bien. Vale, ok. Austin, la ciudad en Texas. Ok. Pero mi pregunta es, ¿qué significa ciudad? Well, ciudad means city, as you very well said. So a special city for me, not where I live, but the city that's special is Palma de Mallorca, because I was born there and it's quite beautiful, right? So Andy Hammond, ¿me puedes decir una ciudad especial para ti que no sea española? ¿Sí? En Canadá, a different city, una ciudad especial para ti.
It's, I don't know how to say it in Spanish, but it's a very boring town.
No, I'm asking about a special city for you. Una ciudad especial. ¿Vale?
Oh.
So
different city.
Sí, a different city, not the one you live. Sorry,
Otra ciudad?
a special city for you.
Barrie, Ontario.
Okay,
O Toronto.
O Toronto, vale, ok. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué son especiales? Toronto.
Porque, how do you say, ¿cómo se dice grew up in Barrie?
Okay, who knows how to say to grow up somewhere?
Crescendo, something like crecer.
Crecer, muy bien, muy bien. Entonces, crecer en una ciudad.
Crecer, sí.
Also, we can say criarse, right? Criarse en una ciudad. To grow in a city. Muy bien, perfect. Jeff, I think you are back. I thought you were mad at me for calling you out, but no, I think instead of unmuting yourself, you left the meeting. So I think you are okay participating now. Are you there or no? Because I see in the chat. No, he's not there. Okay, I'm going to try again with Jeff. Sorry. Okay, so Erin, dime a ti una ciudad especial.
Edimburgo.
Edimburgo, vale. ¿Por qué Edimburgo?
Porque me gusta Edimburgo mucho. Me gusta mucho Edimburgo.
¿Te gusta mucho? Muy bien, es muy bonito. Perfecto. Ajá. ¿Qué dices? Una serie de televisión especial para mí. Una serie de televisión Los Serrano. Probably you have not heard about it. It's a very, very common or popular series in Spain. Very idiosyncratic about Spanish culture. It's a bit old, but it's very, very good. Very, very good and very special to me. When I was a teenager, I was very, very engaged with this series. So maybe Stu, ¿me puedes decir, Stu, una serie de televisión que es especial para ti? Una serie de televisión.
¿Quién?
Stu, me pregunto a Stu.
¿Sí?
Sí.
Friends.
Friends, ok.
No, Friends.
Muy común, Friends, ok. Vale, James Fries, ¿cuál es una serie de televisión que a ti te gusta, que es especial para ti?
Seinfeld,
ok, muy común, perfecto, sí, muy bien. Y tenemos a alguien nuevo, Bernard, ¿me puedes decir? ¿Serie?
Para mí, una serie de televisión, The Waltons.
The Waltons.
Okay.
No la conozco. Tenemos a Ron Zimmerman, dicen Destinos. Destinos is in Spanish, actually, right? It's very common among learners. It's quite popular, Ron. Destinos, very good one. Right? Very good.
I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's very popular. Destinos. So for anyone that's not familiar, I'm going to write it down here. Destinos serie, and you can look. I think it's available for free, right? In the US, you can watch this. Destinos, an introduction to Spanish. So anyone interested, I think, can check it out and see it. It's good for learners. I think it has subtitles and quite a good course. And lastly, una palabra en español. Para mí, mi palabra favorita en español es aprender. ¿Qué significa aprender? Who can tell me?
To learn.
To learn. Muy bien, muy bien. ¿Sí? Paula, I think you're new here. Hola.
Sí.
¿Puedes presentarte?
I don't. I'm really a really beginner. I the una ciudad Kansas City, Missouri.
Vale, Kansas City. Muy bien, es una ciudad especial para ti. Sí. Y Erin, ¿me puedes decir una palabra en español que para ti es especial?
Zanahoria.
Zanahoria, wow. Okay, la zanahoria. Who knows what this means aside from Erin?
A carrot.
No,
Carrot.
A carrot.
I just think it's beautiful.
Okay, it's because the fruit itself or how it sounds? ¿Cómo suena?
How it sounds.
How it sounds, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, zanahoria is
Carrot.
it's a carrot. Okay, perfect. So these are 3 things about me, just so you know me, right? And we're going to continue with this with a personality test. Kurt, playa o montaña?
Both, but playa.
Playa, mejor. Okay. Stu, playa o montaña?
Playa.
Playa. Okay. ¿Alguien montaña? Who prefers montaña?
Montaña.
Erin montaña. Fred también montaña.
Yeah.
Okay. Not all of you playa. Good. Vale. Tenemos Ron. ¿Carne o verdura? Carne. Okay.
Carne.
¿Quién verdura?
I like verdura. No carne.
Okay. You're Ron's wife, right? Who is speaking now? Okay. ¿Cómo te llamas? Perdona, ¿cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Faye.
Faye. Uy. Faye.
Sí.
Z-E-I. Ok. Muy bien.
Faye.
Ok. ¿Y dónde vives? ¿Dónde vives?
Where do we live? Yeah, Nopomo.
California.
En California.
Between Los Angeles and San Francisco, halfway on the coast.
Muy bien, okay.
Almost neighbors.
Who knows how to say between 2 places?
I don't know, between.
Entre.
No, sí.
Entre. Muy bien. ¿Sí? Between is entre.
Entre, okay.
So, entre Los Ángeles y San Francisco. Okay, wow, muy bien. Vale, entonces prefieres la verdura. ¿Vino o cerveza?
Nada.
¿Ninguna? ¿Agua?
Sí.
¿Agua? Okay. Yo también, estoy de acuerdo. ¿Cine o literatura, David?
Cine, todo.
Cine, totalmente, ¿no? Cine,
Yes.
mucho
Hey,
mejor.
can I call you back? I'm on another call right now. Can you call me back later?
Oops.
We
Please.
can hear him.
Yes, call him back, please.
Yeah, about an hour from now, okay?
Okay, so
Thank you.
gatos o perros, Neil, gatos o perros.
Perros.
Perros, okay. Bernard, gatos o perros.
Perros.
Okay.
2 perros.
Paula, gatos o perros.
I like me gusta perros.
Perros, vale, muy bien. I think most people will opt for perros. And this is a very important question in Spain, which is Fútbol Club Barcelona or Real Madrid. I don't know how familiar you are with Spanish culture, but this is probably the most important question you need to answer if you come to Spain, right? So Anyone here is into football? Maybe Stu.
Todas.
Todas, which means all of them?
Oh.
No, Real Madrid or Barcelona? Real? Okay, Real Madrid. Good. I agree. That's good. David, you live in London, so it's also important in soccer or football.
Me gusta fútbol.
No te gusta el fútbol.
Soy galés.
Soy galés.
Sí, jugamos rugby en Gales.
Es verdad. Bueno, también tenéis.
Sí, me gusta rugby.
Rugby también. Muy bien. Fred, ¿tú tienes una preferencia, Fred, de Real Madrid o Barcelona?
Not mucho, but Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, okay. But there is not much interest in football here among the audience of today. That's okay. I think most of you are from the US. It's not that important. But in Spain, this is very, very, very important. Okay? Real Madrid and Barcelona. Right? Okay. So the point of this exercise is to practice a bit, but to see how with pictures, it's so helpful to learn new vocabulary. Probably if I tell you to most of you gatos or cine or literatura, out of context, these words don't mean much, right? But if you present words and you present vocabulary in a context that is a bit meaningful, right? We are getting to know each other with a personality and you put some pictures into it, I think it's a much better way to learn. So as a tip for you learning on your own, most of you I think are self-learners, try to interact with vocabulary in a meaningful way. Even if you are complete beginners, like some of you today, if vocabulary is presented right, you can interact with words that are a bit more advanced, like cerveza, vino, verdura, carne, or gatos or perros. Okay? So now let's jump into the next section, which is the alphabet. But I think we're short on time, so we're going to skip this and go a bit fast. Okay, we're going to learn a bit the sounds of the alphabet and why is this important? Who can tell me why we should bother learning el abecedario, the alphabet? Is there a point to it or not?
So people can understand you when you talk.
Right, exactly.
The pronunciation has to be accurate.
Pronunciación. Okay, first, la pronunciación. You need to know how to pronounce the letters in Spanish. But then there is also a situation that is a bit common, and I think it's quite handy too. I live in a foreign country, and many times my name might not be familiar. Many of your names will not be familiar in a Spanish-speaking country. And in situations, you have to spell your name. On the phone, also they ask you to spell your email. I have in this situation quite a few times where you need to spell emails, addresses, names. So that's also useful to know the names of the letters. And lastly, during my lessons, for example, with my students, they need to ask me, how does this word spell? What is this word? I didn't understand. Like, for example, with the name of the wife of Ron, Sain, she could spell maybe in Spanish, her name, be Z-E-I-N. Okay, so both for the sounds and the spelling. Learning the alphabet is something that is overlooked many times, but I think it's important and useful. Okay, so we're going to do the sounds a bit quickly. Maybe someone will help me out here. Who wants to participate in this, with the sounds? Who is confident with this pronunciation? Let's try. Okay, let's see. Someone who has not participated yet. No, I think we are not many. Okay. So cool. Let's go. Let's start with you. Let's go with the first letters. And you tell me Australia. Okay, the letter and the word.
A.
No.
Australia.
Oh, E.
Australia.
Exactly. No, E. E will be in English. E. So
Arranca.
Australia. Australia. Okay, the next one.
B. B. Beatriz.
Okay,
Beatriz.
Beatriz. Okay. Next one.
C. C. Colombia. Barcelona.
Perfect. C. Colombia, Barcelona. David, you are from the UK, David, so you might be more familiar with Spain from Spanish. How would you say this letter? The last one.
C.
C. Okay. So in Spain, we say C instead of C. Right? In Latin America, they would say C, Barcelona. Right? In Spain, we say C, TH, like the TH in English, in thick or thorough or think. Right? So both are correct, of course, but it's a distinction that's important to keep in mind. Okay? So the fe has two sounds when it's after or before o and u is k, Colombia, casa or cuerpo. And then when it's before e, it's fe, Barcelona or cinco. ¿Sí? Or Barcelona or cinco, right? Okay, more. D, E, F, these are easy, so we're going to skip them. D, David, E, España, F, Francia.
France.
Okay? Now, Neil, these one are more tricky. Let's go for these three letters. Help me out reading them out loud for me in the word. Neil Garland.
Oh, say, H.
The first one is not the, is
E.
he. Okay. So James Rees, can you try with this one? This is tricky. Okay, good.
Archie Hernandez.
And I, Inglaterra. ¿Sí? G, García, Argentina. H, Hernández. I, Inglaterra. ¿Sí? Good. Another one that's tricky.
J.
Now J. ¿Sí? J, K, L. So J, Juan, K, Kenia, L, Luxemburgo. K, L, easy. But the J, Juan. Okay? So G and J sound the same. So exactly the same sound. G, Argentina, J, Juan. All right? Now, M, México, N, Navarra, Ñ, España. M, México, N, Navarra, Ñ, España. Muy bien. O, Oscar. Okay, the O is tricky. So, Paula, let's do this one together. How do you pronounce this?
O.
O. Okay. O. The English speakers tend to pronounce it like
Oscar.
Muy bien. Oscar. The next one, Paula, how do you pronounce the next one?
I can't really see what I mean. On my little board, it just got that L and then A, B, E, C, E, D, Dadio. And I mean, I don't see anything else. So I don't know what word you want me to pronounce.
Okay. Sorry, then.
Sorry.
Is everyone saying O, P, Q?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Paula, but I think your connection is behind somehow. You should be seeing letter P. Okay. So Ron, help me out with this one. O, Oscar, and the next one? P, Portugal. Now we need to be careful here for you English speakers because you tend to pronounce this P with a lot of air, like plosive P, like in English. Pardon or P. No, you don't need to make any air to come through when you pronounce your P's in Spanish. Okay, so it's Portugal instead of Portugal. Okay, Portugal. And then we have the Q, which is Q. Quevedo, Quito. Okay. No Quevedo. Careful, I don't know who said Quevedo, but it would be Quevedo, Quito. The U, you do not pronounce the U. Quevedo. And then Quito. Right? Okay. And the last one, a tricky one. Who, Lacey, can you help me out with this one? Because the pronunciation I think is very good. So. R,
S, T.
Muy bien. And the words?
Rodriguez, Peru, Singapore, Teresa.
Okay, good. Your Teresa is perfect because people have tendency to say Teresa, no? Teresa, good. And Rodriguez, Peru. We have the hard R, and the soft R, R. Peru, Rodriguez. Okay? This one is a bit tricky, the R. Okay. U, Uruguay, V, Venezuela, W, Wi-Fi. Let's see again with Venezuela, V. Can you help me with this one? Because we need to be careful with that one.
Venezuela.
Okay, Venezuela in the letter?
V.
Okay. Many people say uve, like v, with your teeth touching your lips. That's not the proper way, right? Uve and the be really are the same sound in Spanish. So you need to pronounce both of them with your lips touching each other, not your teeth touching your lips. So it's not the, it's b. Venezuela. Venezuela. Good. And then lastly, you have W. And also you can say here W or W. There are many ways of saying this letter, but there are no words in Spanish with this letter aside from loan words from English like Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi. Okay. And the last ones would be X, Extremadura, X, and the letter Y, Yolanda, Paraguay, y Z, Zaragoza.
Zaragoza.
One more time, in Latin America, they would say Zaragoza, Zaragoza. Okay? In Spain, we say Zaragoza.
Zaragoza.
Now, this letter Y is also commonly referred to as Y. But the Academy, officially, it's recommended to say Y. Okay? Okay. So now we have practiced with the letters. Let's see who can spell, deletrear su nombre. Okay? Mi nombre se deletrea A-L-E-J-A-N-D-R-O. Eso es deletrear mi nombre. What does deletrear mean?
Between?
No,
Sí.
deletrear. Entonces, mi nombre se deletrea A-L. What is this?
Spelling.
Spelling. Good. To spell out. I think in English, I'm not sure the difference between spell, but I think it's more precisely spell out is to say your name letter by letter. Right? I think spell out might be more precise than just spell. So let's see. Let's start from the top. Kurt, ¿puedes deletrear tu nombre?
I'm baffled which you want me to spell deletrea in itself?
No, I want you to spell your name. ¿Sí?
Oh,
okay. Mi nombre es ALJ. So tu nombre como just your first name.
I think it's a K. U A E. I don't know.
It would be K U R T.
R-T.
Muy bien. K-U-R-T. Stu, can you spell your name? Yours is easy, very short. Stu, ¿cómo se deletrea tu nombre? How do you spell your name? Deletrear.
Spell?
Your name, tu nombre. ¿Sí? ¿Cómo se deletrea tu nombre?
S-A-T-V.
¿V o V o U? U, right?
Sí.
U. V es Venezuela. ¿Sí?
Sí.
Okay. Erin.
Mi nombre se deletrea E-R-I-N.
Muy bien, perfecto. James.
M-A-A-K-A.
One second. No. No, because your name is not James, actually, right? Because you told me before.
Well, I go by Mike. I never use James. It's just my signature name, birth name.
Okay,
and I go by Mike.
Your name is Mike, which is okay.
Yeah.
Okay, which is spelled how again?
M-E-E-K-A.
Okay, K-E.
Sí.
¿Sí? Mike, con E, no A. E. ¿Sí? I. Okay. Paula, ¿puedes deletrear tu nombre?
L-A.
L-A, muy bien. P, no pa. P. Okay. P-A-U-L-A. David.
T-A-F-Y-T-T.
Un momento. Ok, David. Ok. He entendido al principio P, no, D, ¿no? D-A-F-Y. D-D, ok. O doble D, puedes decir.
Doble D.
Doble D, muy bien. Fred.
Doble D.
F-A-R-A-D.
Muy bien, perfecto. Un poco más difícil, tu apellido. ¿Cómo se deletrea tu apellido? El apellido.
Surname?
Last name, yeah. Last.
Surname, isn't it? Last name.
No, last, yeah.
Oh.
Last or surname, yeah. So, ¿cómo se deletrea tu apellido, Fred? How do you spell your last name?
My last name? Okay. Ooh. Is it Jota?
J, eso es.
J-A-C-Q-A-S-A.
Okay, I think you missed one letter. J-A-C-Q.
A-S-A. You can spell my name better than I can.
Okay, it's because I am reading. Perfect. Okay, so I think we understand all the letters. The ones that are tricky are J, J, la J, X, X, Y, Y, and then G, some sounds. And obviously the sound R is a bit tricky, la R. Maybe in a future lesson we can focus on that letter in particular. And the vowels are tricky to pronounce for you English speakers, a, e, o, u. Sometimes they are a bit difficult, but for now, I think it's okay. And we're going to finish with questions for how to, ask for clarification, pedir clarificación, which this is lesson 0 of the course for beginners. So from now on, after this lesson, I want you to ask these questions only in Spanish. Okay? So the first one would be, ¿qué significa deletrear? Now, David, yeah. ¿Qué significa deletrear? To spell. Can you translate this interaction, or what are they saying here?
What does deletrear mean?
Muy bien. So, ¿qué significa something? Means what does something mean? Significado is meaning. So when you don't know what a word in Spanish means, I tell you a word in Spanish and you don't know, then you need to ask me, Alejandro, ¿qué significa whatever the word you don't know? Okay? ¿Qué significa deletrear? Now, Paula, ¿cómo se dice to live? Vivir, replies the guy. So I'm not sure if you're seeing the screen properly. If not, that would be more difficult. But
No.
Then it might be tricky. But if I say ¿cómo se dice, do you know the meaning of that?
No. No, sí.
Okay.
No.
So let's see. Stu, ¿cómo se dice to live? What is the girl asking?
Sí. V. Sí. V, I, V, I.
No. ¿Cómo se dice? So you are seeing the screen? You are seeing the interaction here?
¿Cómo se dice?
I don't know how to see the screen.
To live.
Sorry, Paula. Yeah. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice to live? Right. But the question, how would you translate the question? That's my question. How would you translate ¿cómo se dice?
How do you say? How do you say?
Okay, good. So now, in the first scenario, you don't know what a word means in Spanish, and you need to ask me, Alejandro, ¿qué significa? In this scenario, you want to say something in Spanish, but you don't know how to say it. Then you need to ask me, Alejandro, ¿cómo se dice? And the word in Spanish.
¿Cómo se dice?
Alejandro, ¿cómo se dice to ask in Spanish? Preguntar.
¿Cómo se dice?
¿Cómo se dice? Right? Good. One more would be, ¿cómo dices? ¿Puedes repetir, por favor? What is this, Fred? What is the man saying here?
Como dices, how do you say? And
what do you say? Yeah.
What is repetir? Can you repeat, please?
Exactly.
What is repetir?
Muy bien. Exactly. Puedes repetir. Can you repeat, please? Right? And the last one, no, not the last one. There's two more. ¿Cómo se escribe vino? ¿Con B o con V? David, what is this?
How do you write?
Exactly. How do you write vino? How do you spell vino? With B or V? Right?
Sí.
Con B o con V. So in this case, you don't know how a word is spelled. Then you need to ask me, Alejandro, ¿Cómo se escribe esta palabra? ¿Cómo se escribe? Well, vino se escribe con V. And the last one is the woman is talking. El otro día Elena estaba con su hijo mayor. Oh, very fast. El otro día con su hijo mayor. So the guy says,
Okay.
"What? ¿Puedes hablar más despacio, por favor?
Por favor.
¿Puedes hablar más despacio, por favor? Kurt, what is this? ¿Puedes hablar más despacio?
That's a long word.
I can't see it.
No, but not the one in the left. The one in the left is not the word. I put it together to represent that the woman is talking fast. Okay.
Oh,
so
okay.
estaba con su hijo mayor. It's not the word.
Okay.
It's just a way of saying just focus on the right. ¿Puedes hablar más despacio, por favor? What does that mean?
How do you say that? Despacho, por favor. It's a despacho. I don't know.
Ron, can you help us? Can you help us out?
Can you speak more slowly, please?
Exactly. Muy bien. Can you speak more slowly? ¿Sí? So, despacio.
Despacio.
Muy importante. Muy importante.
Muy importante. That's a very important sentence, right? Despacio is slow. And más despacio would be slower. Más despacio.
Very slow.
Sí. So very slow would be muy despacio. Muy despacio is very slow. So puedes is can you. Can you
speak more slowly?
Slower or more slowly, please? Can you speak slower? Okay.
Alejandro.
Sí.
Alejandro. Despacio, solamente por hablando.
No. Por ejemplo, yo camino muy despacio. I walk very slowly. ¿Sí? Which is true. I walk very slowly. Yo ando, camino muy despacio. ¿Sí? So anything that's slow, you can say despacio. ¿Sí? Okay, so let's practice that to end. To finish the lesson. You don't know what something means, Neil. So what would you do here? What would you ask if you don't know what this word means? How would you ask for help?
Hey, puedes deletrear?
Deletrear would be the word we don't know. Deletrear is the word we are asking what it means, right? So maybe who can help us out here? Stu?
¿Qué significa?
I muted myself. Okay. So, ¿qué significa deletrear? That would be what does it mean? ¿Sí? So, Erin, if you don't know how to say something, how would you ask for help with that?
¿Cómo se dice?
¿Cómo se dice? Good. So, ¿cómo se dice to live? Vivir. ¿Cómo se dice to live? Vivir. Now, you didn't understand what someone said, Ron. So, what would you say?
No. Puedes. Puedes hablar más despacio.
Okay, that could be an option. That could be an option.
Repiten, por favor.
Repetir. Sí, muy bien. So, ¿puedes repetir, por favor? Can you repeat, please? ¿Puedes repetir, por favor? ¿Sí? And the one you said wrong would be this one. ¿Sí? So someone speaks too fast. ¿Sí? El otro día vi a Elena, estaba con su hijo mayor. Okay, please. ¿Puedes hablar más despacio, por favor? Can you speak slower, please? ¿Puedes hablar más?
Habla más despacio. Hablar.
Okay, and David, this one. Okay, I show it, but maybe you don't remember, or you didn't say it. Or David is not here. You are here. So you know how to spell something.
¿Cómo? No sé.
Okay, who can help us out here?
¿Cómo se escribe?
Okay, muy bien, muy bien. ¿Cómo se escribe vino? Con B.
¿Cómo
Se escribe.
¿Qué significa sé?
Oh, that's tricky. I mean, that's an advanced question.
That's a later.
That
Un
is
pregunta de millón dólares.
Una tarde lección.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's a later lesson, but that would
¿Cómo
be.
se escribe?
Oh, James Frizz is writing now. Okay, ¿cómo se escribe? That se is impersonal se. It is how it is written. It's not how do I write it, but how it is written in general. How does one write this word? That is the se. The se is what's making it impersonal. We don't care who does something. It's not about writing. It's about it's not about who does it, but just the writing itself. That's what makes it impersonal with the se, with cómo se escribe. The same as cómo se dice to spell. Right? So that's what the se is.
Y en cómo se dice, ¿qué es el verbo dice?
Muy bien. Who knows? Who knows what's the verb dice?
Differ?
Decir.
Decir. The verb is
Decir.
decir. Oops, sorry.
Oh, decir.
Decir, which is to say. Yeah?
Say.
So say something would be decir algo. Yeah? To say something, decir algo. Or decir. And who knows how to say I say something? Dice will be the third person. Anyone knows the first person for the verb decir? I say something. Digo.
Digo?
Digo.
Digo.
Yeah. Yo digo algo. I say something. Yo digo
Irregular.
algo. Yes. Irregular is one of
Irregular, sí.
those go verbs. See? Those go verbs. Perfect. Okay, good. So there's more to it. We have the cognates to see, but that's okay. We don't have that much time. Maybe for the next one. Okay. So, yeah, the cognates are words that are similar in English and Spanish. Okay, and there are some rules. I think Qroo Paul has some good videos on this channel about cognates, and there are many resources. I can share them with you. But just for today's lesson, remember we learn to introduce ourselves. Important verbs: me llamo Alejandro. Soy for nationalities. Soy español, or soy profesor for professions. And vivo en to describe the place I live. So vivo en, like for example, I was very interested to hear about Española in Canada. Vivo en Española in Canada. We learned some sounds about the alphabet, the correct pronunciation, and spelling your name. Important for you to practice this, especially your name, email, things like that. Make sure to be able to spell that.
You can talk to him now, or else do you call him back.
Okay. And then we learn some clarifying questions. So from now on, I only accept these questions in Spanish. Okay, you cannot ask me, Alejandro, how do you say this? Or what does this mean? No. You need to ask me, ¿qué significa? ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se escribe? If I speak too fast, you can tell me, puedes hablar más despacio. Or if you need me to repeat, you can tell me, Alejandro, puedes repetir, por favor. Okay, so the point of this lesson 0 was to establish some foundations, some very basics about introducing ourselves, the alphabet, the basic sounds, and questions to speak in Spanish as much as possible in the future. We're doing now in English, but the goal would be, as we progress, to switch to Spanish as much as possible. Yeah? Okay, and let's finish. I think we are not many people left. I had some present for you. I had, let me see, I have a workshop that I'm going to give for free to the winner of this game. I have been taking notes of this vocabulary, and we're going to try to test you. Okay? I'm going to put a sentence, sorry, a link. 1 second. Let me see. Okay. And you need to click on this link if, oops. Good. I will put it in the chat. Okay, let's show a list. We need to be 5 people. Let's see if we can make it happen. Okay. So can you see the link in the chat and try to join here? We're going to, or you can also enter on the website quizlet.live.
No.
And enter. You don't see Paula? I'm sorry. Okay, we have 1 person.
No.
Lacey, that we have 2 people that joined. Neil, Aaron, Fred, can you join too or not? In the chat.
It's a link.
There's a link in the chat.
Yeah.
Well, in the chat
Yeah,
section.
I went to chat and I don't see the link.
You don't see the link? Oh, one
No.
second. Oh, no, sorry.
Exactly.
sorry.
Then
One
on
second,
top.
1 second, 1 second. I put it in the wrong place. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
There it is.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah.
I click on it, so what's happening?
I'll give it a second, Fred. Okay, Kurt.
Well, there we go. I think I got it.
Oh, there.
Good. Okay, 4. I need 5 people. Otherwise, it's not. Let's see one more. Okay, 6. Good, good. Okay, there will be competition. Oh, 7. Good. Okay. Let's see how this works.
Nickname?
Okay. Lydia. Then we are all. Someone that wants to join has not joined yet. If so, please tell me.
Ah, you left.
Okay.
He's gone now.
Okay, I think, well, let's assume everyone who wants to join is here. And the winner will get access to my free workshop about how to learn Spanish, okay? I have a workshop that's 90 minutes where I teach you everything I know about how to learn Spanish and also some bonus content, some flashcards, some stories. And it's a good workshop and you will get it for free if you win. So let's play it again. You need to answer with the notes we have taken in today's lesson. You need to answer them correctly. Okay, let's see who gets it. Let's get started. Okay. Now on the screen, you should see the questions. Okay, so koalas and bison.
Where are you?
Swimming. Okay, bison, alligators.
Maybe.
Okay. Oof. Ooh, bison and koalas are very tight, very even.
Very confused.
I can't.
Oh.
Join the game.
Okay, good. Bison and koalas. Oof, bison is there. Alligators is catching up. Ooh, bison is flying through, I think. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Where have you gone?
Oh. Okay, we have a winner.
Someone won.
Bison. Okay, I don't know who is Bison. Jane. Jane. Who's Jane? Who is Jane?
I said, could we do a rematch?
It
took us a long time to figure out what to do.
Okay, but I'm trying to see who is Jane. Who won?
Meet Tarzan.
I don't know.
Who is it?
Jane's not here. Oh, Jane's.
Yeah.
Who is Jane again?
Solo sin video.
Ah, vale, vale. Estás in video. Okay, okay, perfect. Well, congratulations, Jen. It's a shame I didn't see you. I understand. Okay. If you don't want to be in the recording or participate, that's fine. So please, if you want to, again, this is a workshop where I share 5 steps to start learning Spanish because this is for beginners. And if you want to get it for free, I'm going to leave my email here, support@keyspanish.com, and I will give you the free access. Okay. And for the rest of you, don't worry. The next time will be also another chance, okay, to win it. And if you are interested in the workshop, I can also share it with you. But
I think, pardon, I think you should give it to the second place winner. I just had a knee replacement, and that's the reason I'm not showing you my video. I'm in my hospital gown, and I will not be able to do it over the next few days because I won't have the internet. So please, number 2, please enjoy.
Okay, well, it's a recorded workshop. It's not live, so you can access it anywhere. But due to your generosity, I feel now obliged to give it also to the second person. Okay, so koalas. Who is koalas? Who is the second? It's also not here.
I don't know. I'm still here, but
I think it's me. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
So let me get this straight. The ones who won are the ones who did not participate in the lesson. Okay, that's not.
We just listened the whole time.
Yeah, that's
I just listened.
Okay.
They already know everything.
That's good. That's good. Okay. Well, whoever is the second one, be honest and email me if you want the workshop, and I will give it to you, right? And that will be it. Okay.
That wasn't me.
Perfect. So, any questions? Any questions regarding what we have seen today? The future of the lessons? Any requests? Any feedback? Anything else that?
Alejandro, what's the schedule of these lessons?
In principle, if they go well and if there's enough interest, I think this time and day will be the same every week, right?
Every Monday?
Every Monday. In principle, yes.
Okay.
Every Monday at 8. At 8 my time, sorry. So I don't know.
So are you planning on doing it next Monday? Is that correct?
Yeah, if there is enough interest and I see that people like it and very good feedback, yes. If not, no.
Thank you. Thank you. And are you going to put it up on Qroo Paul's website so that we can watch it again?
Yes, exactly. That's correct. That's correct.
Thank
It will be on my YouTube channel, and also Qroo is going to put it on the classroom section of the school too.
Okay.
Right? It's going
Muy
to
bien, muy bien.
be there. Okay. Okay. And yeah, so that's it. And again, this is part of my course for beginners. For the few of you that are left, is the Spanish Accelerator and KeySpanish.com. You can see the full course. For example, what we have shown today, this lesson from introducing yourselves. There is a complete course. That's where you also get the exercises, the activities to practice. You get some flashcards, the audio, and everything I'm covering here live with a video, just the lesson. This is part of my full course. And if you want to check it out, you can go to keyspanish.com or just contact me and we can talk about it if you are interested on the full thing instead of just this lesson. Okay, you want to review and take things further. In the community, I think you can message me directly, or I leave my email there, support@keyspanish.com, and you can contact me if you are interested in that. Okay, or if you have any questions about the lessons or future lessons, also please let me know. Yeah? Okay.
Thank you.
Muy bien, muchas gracias a todos y
Muchas gracias, Alejandro.
hasta la próxima. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Adiós.
Adios, Arando.